Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ballet Ray.
Alright you guys, today we are doing something a little bit new around here. Usually on this channel we tend to commentate and talk about and analyze other dancers and other performances from all the amazing, beautiful, brilliant companies around the world. But for this video, as you probably saw by the title, we are actually going to be staying internal and critiquing Eden's dancing instead.
I am going to be the case study for today's video. Whoa. The object of scrutiny.
Learning to critique yourself constructively, that is the key word in this equation, as a dancer is actually a pretty important skill that is learned over time throughout your dancing career. It's actually pretty important to learn how to self-analyze and to self-correct so that you're always improving and you never stay stagnant.
So today we're going to be looking through a few clips of my bar work. I filmed it recently for a video that you guys have probably seen. We posted it recently on the channel. So if you are ready for today's video, I mean, I don't know if I'm ready for today's video.
If you're ready for Eden to be screaming and gripping onto the edge of her chair, then make sure you tap the like button and let's get going. In case you guys are interested in seeing the full class without our critique and interruptions and you just want to see some beautiful footage of Eden dancing, this video is actually up on our Patreon, so if you sign up over there, you can get access to all of that. By the way, patrons, thank you so much. We love you guys a lot.
You guys help keep the ballet nerd world spinning.
Before we get started, we just want to give a quick disclaimer. This is really for anybody, but mostly our students. This is just your reminder that your teacher knows you best. Any of the notes and corrections and whatnot is mostly very personalized to Eden specifically. So if your teacher is like telling you to do one thing, please don't go to your teacher and be like, oh, well, Ballet Ryan said this. No, please. We don't want to get letters from your teacher.
No. We are not the authority on your personal dance journey.
This video is mostly just for, okay, it's firstly for entertainment, but it's also just so you can kind of get a feel for how some people like us critique and review this sort of footage. Let us get going. This is the first combo of the day. We're just gonna kind of blast through these pretty quick.
Yeah.
This one's less about placement, it's more just warming up.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
I mean, we could just
skip this one. Yeah.
But what I appreciate is that your feet aren't rolling in. That's really good for, you know, our dancers who are watching. That one's a universal note.
Do not pronate.
Don't pronate on your feet. Keep the outside of your foot baby toe down.
Here's pliés.
All right, pliés, let's go.
I start in second because it feels better. Some people might say, this is a note I've been given by a couple of teachers, including actually Julie over in London. They do say that my grand plie in second is a little low. And I do this mostly just because it feels good to like warm up the hips because my hips are notoriously tight. But it is technically a little bit low.
It's a little bit deep.
They say your hips should not go lower than
below
your knees.
the knee, yeah.
For proper grand plie placement. Cross the fifth.
Do you prefer the cross fifth to the undercross in like Chickadee method?
I think the undercrossed is easier for my turnout, but I like the look of fully crossed.
Yeah.
Just aesthetically. It's just anatomically I'm not very good at it.
That makes sense.
There you go.
Nice.
That wasn't too bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad for a warm-up.
Yeah, not bad at all. I think the only note I really had was the coming forward. On the coming up, I think it would be cool to keep the back of the neck long on the coming up so it doesn't look like you're going up before the arm. Right. So that it keeps a little bit of a longer line
through the spine.
Because if you were doing like a penché with like a partnered penché or something, you kind of want to keep the back, you know, like kind of like long.
More fluid.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, it was good.
For myself, I'd say maybe that my grand pliés are a bit not smooth as they could be. I don't have a sense of resistance in the grand plie. It's kind of like I get to demi and then I like sit in the grand plie.
Yeah, you definitely show
the process
like the increments and like the checkpoints instead of like kind of flowing through it.
Yeah. This is my favorite tendu exercise though. We'll pause here just because it's pretty obvious that one of my worst habits, and I mentioned this before, is I always
Yeah.
look in the mirror. Because on the side, if you look in the video, the mirror's on that wall. So I'm like looking over here, and I like tilt my head funny every time I am trying to check my placement, trying to check my alignment and my turnout. It's good to be aware of your alignment, but you should not have to look at a mirror to do it.
And it's funny because like everything's like a ripple effect. So if you like kind of squint at yourself in the mirror this way, it like skews the rest of your alignment going all the way down. So it actually makes it a little bit harder.
Right away.
Yeah.
Look down at the foot. You'll see this a lot throughout this class. I need to break this habit of trying to check my foot by looking at it or check my spine in the mirror. You'll see me looking over there a lot.
The mirror is there for a reason, and you are allowed to use it as a general practice if you're trying to build like the kinesthetic awareness,
Right.
Which is like being able to feel it where your body is. It's better to practice putting your head where it's supposed to be for certain exercises instead of like cutting the eyes to them towards the mirror or looking down at your foot and stuff.
Also, because it just ruins the position.
It does.
Like ballet is never just like a position of the legs or the arms.
No.
It's a full body position.
Yeah.
And so when the moment you look down, your head's in the wrong position. That means the whole position is incorrect.
If it all looks perfect, but your eyes are like towards the mirror, is technically not correct.
It's technically not correct. And so the thing is, if you're never going to do that on stage, you technically should not be practicing that at the bar. I also feel like my second is too far behind me there.
It might be. It's
hard to
see
tell from
this
here.
angle. I think the only other proof that I have for the second being a little bit far is the adjustment in the hip when you do the tendu to the side.
Because my hips kind of twist.
A little,
right?
just a little bit. It's like they have to adjust, and then you come out and you're in a nice position, and then
I have to shift to
a
close.
little bit of a shift to close. I think to the front is like, it seems like the hardest.
The front is the hardest for me.
Because you mentioned earlier that it's easier for you if you undercross the fifth. So I wonder if it gives you the same effect if we straighten up the alignment of the supporting leg.
So you think I'm sitting too much?
I think we're sitting over on the side. See, like
I see.
Your weight is. Like you're way over here. And so it's making you have to cross actually even more. Proportionally, this hip has to compensate a lot more than if you were more centered. It wouldn't actually have to cross over as much.
You can also just see it in the tendu that this hip drops.
Yeah,
a lot more.
It does drop.
Especially to the front. It's also because I'm trying to turn out that foot.
Yeah.
So I'm turning it out and I'm dropping the hip.
So you do like that?
I do like that.
Because you're sitting and then you're doing like this. Rather than pulling up and just placing it.
So what I need to do is stand up straight.
Stand
get
up
this
straight,
hip,
aligned.
kind of that whole line of the body straighter.
Yeah,
And keep the hips even.
I also feel like the coordination might be a little bit off for, especially those ones with the plie. I feel like maybe you stay in the plie a little too long.
Because I'm trying to get more turnout.
Yeah, exactly. It's trying to get more turnout thing. We all want better turnout.
I especially need better turnout.
At the end of the day, like you have what you've got. You're trying to
compensate
and
essentially
but like over correct to try and achieve extra turnout. It doesn't actually end up really accomplishing that.
Yeah, even
like,
the run, drop the hip.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never actually looked at myself and noticed that. As for
This
the
is a hard combo though. It went so fast.
Yeah. But you can see it especially better because I don't have a jacket on.
Yeah.
But you can see that this hip drops and then this shoulder has to compensate for it. So my entire body bends one way.
And I think you have a tendency to lean toward one side anyway.
Yes. Right shoulder's always up.
I wonder if you have like scoliosis or something. We've never got it checked.
I think they're just weak.
Or it could just be like more like a muscular imbalance. It could be that as well.
Honestly, probably is.
I just think it's very funny because like instinctively on the fast ones you undercross, and then when it's like a static position you overcross. But you feel a lot more solid here. I wonder if it would be worth
actually practicing
because in practice you would probably feel a little bit more stable. I wonder if it would feel better if you worked out of like a more comfortable fifth, just so that those transitions are a little bit cleaner, because it felt like they get stuck. On the transition they feel like they get stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
My coup is a little high there.
A little high, but it is easier to access the turnout.
Again, everything is a turnout compensation. See, I dropped it there. I fixed it. But I didn't balance very long there. I was like cheated it out. I cheat out of my balances a lot, actually. I used to not do it so much, but now I do. I think I've gotten a bit complacent with my balances. I could fight for them a little more.
Awareness is half the battle. If you wanted to take it a step further, if we're being like super critical, I feel like the dégagé is a very short, contracted movement.
Yeah.
The closing is really important. You
Yes.
want to like keep that like clean closings, obviously. I would want to feel more length
Yeah.
in the actual way that the muscles are firing.
Yeah.
So instead of just thinking of just like close and close and close,
Think
I
of
would
brush out.
just feel a little bit more like you're going underneath the floor every single time. I tell this to my students too. You have to go underneath the floor on the brush and on the close as well.
That's true. I think in general, this entire combination felt very, very
bit.
gripped because I was gripping probably. There's like 2 ways to stabilize yourself as a dancer.
Yeah, for sure.
You can either pull in,
Lock it down.
and lock everything, or you know those shower curtain rods where they're like they push
tension
outward,
rods.
tension rods where they push outward, and that's how they stabilize.
Yeah.
That's kind of the feeling you want to be for a dancer. Only your tension
Exactly.
rod this way. You want that lengthening, and that is what keeps you stable.
Maybe a little bit more efficient use of energy sort of way.
Fondues.
Yeah.
My favorite combo of all classes ever.
That felt nice. Nice.
Look down there. My arm and leg coordination needs a lot of work.
I was gonna say coordination as well.
Yeah.
Go on though.
Because I do this and I extend the leg and then the arm goes. Also, when I'm concentrating, I forget about it.
I think it feels like the same as like we were saying in the tondus. It's just like we want to
Trying to
like get as much turnout mileage as we
Right.
can. But you would want these to feel a little bit more like
like I'm
You
not
just
like
want-
wrenching the turnout.
yeah,
out of
yeah, a
myself.
little bit more so because if you're doing your releves like at the end of like Medora, you don't
It's
really
true.
have time to do that.
You do want to lead with the heel, but you
Obviously-
don't want to like.
Yeah, you just have to be there. And you have to arrive. It has to be consistent. It has to
Right.
be, it has to be efficient.
You can see that this hip goes forward
Yeah,
with
it
the leg,
does.
and then the shoulder goes back to compensate.
To compensate,
So I'm
yeah.
twisted in a weird way.
It's kind of like if you put your hand forward, you don't want to take the entire shoulder with you. You
just-
want to keep it here and you want to send energy out, but keeping the shoulder back. Translate that with like
your hips and
legs,
your leg.
feet.
Also, I just think I take a lot of liberties with the arms in a way that doesn't quite coordinate with the leg. Mostly because
That part was fine.
that's
was
better.
good. Yeah, that was it.
Nice.
Nice.
Hip stretch.
Yeah, you deserve
Yeah.
it, girly. And to the side, you lift your hip a little bit
Yeah, I
on
do.
the side.
And the fondue, I drop it.
Yeah, exactly. It was the
Everything
drop
is
and the
just,
lift.
it's an isolation issue. And this is a lot of ballet technique is based on the art of isolation. You're doing your fondue, so your torso and your torso is just going up and down very cleanly,
Exactly, yeah.
whereas your leg is doing all of the work. And
Exactly.
hopefully those two do not have a problem with each other when you're
Yeah.
dancing the way they are here.
Exactly. Once you kind of pass graduation and all of that, I guess you just become a little bit more efficient with your energy.
It's a separation, like it's almost
Yeah.
like compartmentalizing your movement so that your torso isn't affected by your leg,
Yeah.
and your leg isn't affected by your torso. Also, isn't affected by your arms and head.
If you hold on too tight, like say if you're trying to like just lock the hips in, then you actually end up locking down other things in other ways, and then it's actually way harder. Even if you just like clench your jaw a lot, like that's already something that everyone can do. If you clench your jaw too much, it restricts movement. Like you can't move your head and your neck so much, even though it's technically not your neck that you're tensing. Run
Oh,
my
gosh.
favorite exercise.
I cannot. I'm incapable of keeping my head straight in this exercise. I'm like always looking.
It's
at
like
my
you're
foot.
allergic to it.
I'm allergic to it. I just can't do it. And I was watching back the footage and I was like, oh my god, I do that
You
so
never
much.
look front.
It's like it's terminal.
Your weight's really shifted over here. Even and we just paused it at a great time, but
Yeah.
like you can see that the center of weight is all the way
You
over
should
here.
be ideally on your rondejambs. You should be perfectly even in the middle.
Perfectly even in the middle. I'd like to see that length again in the closings because the heel doesn't even touch the floor there.
Yeah.
Hardly.
It's a flexibility thing, but I would love to see a bit more.
Of that
like, back corner.
that back corner before coming down. I think a lot of it is just again the lengthening aspect rather than constraining it because even in the rondejumps themselves, like a tear, like I
Yeah.
feel like it's a lot shorter. It feels like your heel doesn't really touch the ground.
That's true.
Because it's like so much up here, and then that affects the hip because now everything is kind of like inside the socket rather than being lengthened and pushed away, and then it translates into those bigger movements as well because everything's so used to just being held on so tight.
Yeah. I am happy with the way my leg rotates.
Yeah, the rotation
back
is
to the
really
side
clean. Yeah,
specifically.
it's clean.
Because I worked really hard for that. Like normally
That's
to
good.
get a nice line turned out to the side was so hard for me for the longest time. Like I was
Especially,
genuinely
like-
no joke. I was like there. To get like even a remotely nice shape.
It's improved a lot. Like
You guys haven't seen them before.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be like, oh, it's fine, it's whatever.
This is huge. This
Yeah.
is massive.
That last round of quiz somehow I was a little more still. I don't know what happened.
It's how the
I locked
energy
in for the end.
shifted. Or actually the reverse of that. I think you released more.
Or I was tired and I was like, you know, screw this.
No, but it actually worked. If you look at it, this one you really used
I hiked
like
the
the
hip.
oblique and you used the hip a lot in order to get this leg up. For this one, you literally just used the leg
The
itself
momentum of the leg and pushed through the foot.
and pushed
right?
through. Yeah, you didn't even use the torso hardly at all. It was mostly the action of the foot, and you focus on
Yeah.
getting this
The torso is more stabilized
exactly
instead of like trying to hike the leg.
and you had that flick movement almost. It's when you do that, you actually ended up more turned out too, I think. Because you're thinking heel rather than thinking knee up.
Knee up.
If you think knee up, that's when you get like that
Yeah,
really
because I'm gripping.
tense and like gripped,
Right.
like aggressive sort of like kicking.
True.
But if you think just heel forward, then it actually looks way cleaner. And it
like that
looks
last,
it felt easier.
That
yeah.
last one was like really tall.
Yeah, it felt
was
like it felt long and it felt like
Yeah.
extended and it felt easier.
This is fun. We should do this for all of my classes.
Maybe we should.
I'm learning so much. Today's tea has been actually gifted to us by a patron.
We see you. We love you.
It
We're
is-
sending you Ballet Nerd vibe because this is the most. Okay, this is fantastic tea.
It
It's
is
green
exquisite
tea.
tea.
I don't really know what it's in it. I should probably read the label, but it was.
It is really good. It's really good tea. So to all of the viewers who've sent us tea, there are
Yes.
actually quite a few.
So many of you have sent us tea.
We
Thank
do
you.
actually drink it.
We do. We do
All the
drink girls'
time,
tea.
and we think of you guys, and we send you good Ballet Nerd vibes every time.
every
we drink
single
tea.
time.
Oh,
Stretch. Let's go.
We're getting to the part of bar that I personally am extremely shy about, so we may just
Okay.
blur it out for artist protection. Foot is very sickled. So
A little bit.
for our non-dancers, sickled is like when the foot goes like this.
Yeah.
You always want the foot to be this way.
It makes the line look longer.
Not just straight, but like kind of go down like this. I cringe watching myself stretch because this hip is all the way whacked out.
a little bit whacked out. Yeah.
And this knee's probably not over that toe.
It's definitely not.
Definitely not. I'm also
Yeah.
twisted in the shoulders.
It's pretty twisted.
Can you tell extensions are not my strong point? Also, that pass I had no control. It was like- And I recently got a note about my pelvis. Tilting back when I stretch. You can't
You
be
can't
tilted.
be tilted, so your tail's sticking out in
Yeah.
the back. You kind of want to keep the tailbone long.
Because then if your leg is up here, then when you drop the tailbone long, it rotates better.
It does rotate better.
And so you can see here that my ribs are kind of out, and my whole torso, it's very open this way and like
Yeah,
arched.
a little
Whereas
bit
if
more
everything was just more contained and like straight, I think I'd have an easier time with the turnout.
I think a lot of it just comes from like a restriction in like the hip flexor. I would imagine,
Yeah,
or like
oh.
in the front of the hip.
The front of the hip is my nightmare.
Yeah.
It's so bad for me.
If you were to do this like lying on the floor, would this bottom leg be off the floor or would it be on the floor?
yeah, that's
You know,
the-
that's kind of like the test there, and so maybe that's a good stretch to do later. I have the impression that this was mostly just a stretch to feel good, and it was not necessarily like a ballet exercise.
ballet exercise,
That's the impression that I get.
Yeah.
Because like everything else, you had a little bit more control.
This
but
was just a
this
stretch.
was-
not meant to be seen by
Not
the
meant to
public.
be seen
actually.
by the
This was actually not meant to be seen by the public. Oversplits, good times.
This is that same stretch though we were talking about, and see this hip is already lifted. So if you were gonna stand on this is you're supporting a leg technically. So if you wanted to lengthen the front of the hip, you would try and get that hip turned more square and more like almost like you're pushing your hip bone into the floor.
Right. So for
Yeah.
non-dancers, my hips, they're kind of facing more the camera, whereas my shoulders are facing the corner. Ideally, you'd want your hips and your shoulders to both be facing the same direction, but I'm really tight at the front of my hips, like the
Yeah.
inside front of my hip. It's a little more open. And that's just like an anatomical thing. So I just have to work a little harder.
I think most dancers do actually. Most people do.
Adagio.
Oh boy, here we go.
Do you see how my entire pelvis, it was like here, and it went that way.
That way with the leg going out that way.
And I pulled off from the bar in a weird way, which means I sank into my heel. And then the hip was compensated for the whole développé.
And then we lost the support on the supporting leg. We lost the turnout with the knee rolled in, we pronated.
And the opposite happened when I'm to the side.
Yeah, opposite.
I rotated the other way. The hip goes back,
and the shoulder comes forward.
Tries to compensate
for it
in a weird way. The thing is, it's not about the height, and this is what I'm doing wrong. It's because I'm trying to get the leg up as high as I can, get it as turned out as possible. But again, I'm compensating for everything else.
Yeah.
The whole technical integrity of the développé is out the window for the sake of trying to get that leg up. In hindsight, and I've been practicing this a lot, is trying to keep it
easy and still and straight. A lot of the alignment issues are like on the supporting side. So if you focus on pushing the leg down to the floor and then lengthening up through the supporting side of the body, it would help you stay straighter, and then you focus on actually lengthen and bring more of the body towards the leg in an alignment with the leg.
Right, I see.
Which is supported by the supporting side instead of it being kind of like you're
like I'm leaning away from the leg.
Away from the leg.
Like it's just
you want
straight.
it to lie beside you,
right,
parallel to the body. That's sort of the feeling.
That is the feeling
that you kind of want to get with your développé side.
Yeah.
The mobility is clearly there,
more or
but
less.
It's more just like a balance, like rebalancing and recalibrating how much effort to put where.
Let's continue on.
Let's continue on.
Cautiously. Didn't go through the feet on that closing
Not
either,
quite.
really. I think I'm getting tired. You can kind of tell.
Stunning. That was a good vertical line.
Thanks.
A little twisted coming up, but that's okay.
Let's pause there for a second.
Yeah.
On this envelope to the planche, I would have loved if I had pulled my knee back and led with the knee into the planche. Because I am turned out, sort of, but I'm not utilizing my full turnout. Kind of felt like I was just trying to get from point A to point B.
Right.
As fast as possible instead of thinking about how I was getting there.
That makes sense. I think also maybe that foot could follow a little bit more of straight path going in. And I noticed it for like some of your closings and your tendus too and your rondejambes. Nothing really wants to fully close. It kind of just hovers just off center.
Yeah.
Which I wonder could also be mitigated because you're sitting over the side. So maybe if we came to it, it actually solved a lot of your problems for you. For the movement quality, you would want to flow through that a little bit more than being like sit
boom,
here
and done.
Sit here and like the half attitude, not even an attitude position,
lifted passe.
So it's just practicing the quality.
Oof, I'm so open on that arabesque.
This could have led a little bit twisted here. Just a little.
Again, little is an understatement. I also could have led more with the heel. I feel like it was knee first a little bit.
But I would be careful because you don't want to do this again.
True. Yeah, it's like a balance between both. Just
so
like
you just need to just
make it cleaner.
Maybe it's just a lot of tension like right at the top of the pelvis where it meets your back. I think there's a lot of just like muscular tension in there, which kind of like restrict. It feels like it's just a little bit tight.
Yeah.
But we can fix that.
We can fix that.
Exactly. Nice souvenir there.
I was just like, and step, and just ran out of morale there. I was like, all right, we're done.
Frappes are hard.
I think I also messed it up. We'll see.
Very timely though.
Thanks. Did you guys notice that I blink really slow when I'm exhausted?
Yes.
It looks like I'm rolling my eyes.
It does. It looks like you're.
It looks like I'm done with this. I'm not exasperated. I'm just really focused and trying to concentrate on my technique. Yeah. But it looks like I'm like I look like I'm extremely frustrated.
A little bit. That's funny.
You can also see I'm
a little bit in the movement, a little bit extra movement that I would like for that.
I would love to get to a point where I'm a little more still.
A little bit more still.
Or at least looking a little more even, that I'm not doing this with every frappe, especially to the back, because my ribs kind of flare.
Yeah,
and my pelvis kind of tilts in a weird way to compensate for the leg going to the back.
I think it's also, again, just like that same sitting over here,
it-
because when you're over here, your balance point is technically going through like thin air, which is technically less stable. If you come over here a little bit more,
going through your leg.
then it distributes the weight through the leg and into the foot that way.
Right.
And you can actually feel the energy going through the leg rather than kind of like wavering.
I love that I started out wrapped and then eventually I just switched to flex.
It's pretty fast, not gonna lie.
I gave up. Again, I was like, editing
Morale.
exists. Editing exists. We don't have to do that. We only have to show 4 frappes in the video. I'm like vibrating. Again, coup de pied, it's a... Sorry, there's just so much going on.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. Okay, first of all, on that coup de pied or that petit maman, I'm like like a bobblehead. The beats are okay. Like,
Yeah.
they're not awful.
Yeah.
I think I do a pretty good job keeping the wrapped shape.
It's really just a stability thing, and I think also just knowing how much to hold on in certain areas. Like I feel like everything's just locked up a little bit, so that's why you get that reverberation.
Yeah, that's true. If I had isolated nicely from the knee down, which is what you're supposed to do for petit maman, it would just be from the knee down where you're doing those beats.
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing else would move. But because everything's kind of like
everything's
gripped,
just gripped, and
then you get
everything gets affected. If you're doing a handshake, nothing technically has to move. I start locking my arm, and you start shaking.
That's true.
Everything moves. That's
true.
how it works with everything else. If you're like locking up in like the torso and like in the hip, any tiny extra movement is going to reverberate throughout the entire system because everything is so constrained and like over connected in that way. If you
move from the
loosen
knee
and
down.
free up everything else on top, this can go and it won't affect everything else. If you kind of tense up, then you get this.
Oh god.
Last combination, I think. Okay.
Oh yes, to K-pop Demon Hunters.
Of course.
That's right. For the bit.
Oof.
I'm just gonna...
Oof.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh god.
Next side. Gonna be golden.
Didn't even give us a suit new. I didn't think that deserved a suit new. Like, even Eden dancing this in the video was like, that doesn't deserve a suit new.
Let's break that down. Again, you don't want to think about doing like a crunch,
Yes.
or like a bicycle crunch. Even though you do those, they're good for you. You always want to think like you're meeting the leg.
Yeah,
You're staying
or the leg is
straight.
coming to meet
the
you.
leg is just coming to you.
This might be derivative of the fact that I'm not using the floor enough. So I'm trying to essentially do a very fast bas melon. Like a grip from the quad and the hip flexor and the core and like get the leg up.
It's the same as we were talking about with the tendu
Same thing,
and the
yeah.
rondejambe.
But just
like
like-
you want to send the energy down and away while keeping the hip still, so that way you free up more space in the hip. That's also hard to go through the floor when you're all the way over here.
True.
If you came over here, you actually have more traction on the floor.
That's true. Arguably also these floors are really sticky.
Yes, these floors are sticky.
However, it is very sticky.
Actually, you can blame the floor.
I can.
Yeah.
It's always the floor. This entire video is because the floor was
bad.
I am actually over crosshair. It's
Yeah.
not even a clean fit.
That's true.
It's actually actively over cross.
Yeah,
So.
and so I feel like there's not enough energy going into the floor and going away. It's all being kind of shrunken up
Yeah.
into the hip again, and that's why we get that almost like muscle up,
Yeah.
like grandma.
Didn't even go through the foot. To dance so I don't crash out. Oh, I overcrossed when I closed there. Quality's okay on that though. I would have loved to come to a cleaner, more assertive passe.
I think it's the same line of like we were talking about, just coming it more to center.
Just closing everything more.
Closing everything more, and I think even the passes, like I feel like it didn't really go up the front of the leg. It kind of just like when
Yeah, it like goes like that. It needs to draw up.
we want to see center. I feel like that's a finishing quality that looks really satisfying in ballet when everything kind of just like stays along that center. Even if you're doing like a piqué arabesque, you still have to go through that center.
Yeah,
Before you do the piqué, you know. But if you just went the pas de cheval a little off of your center,
Yeah.
it doesn't quite have the same effect as if you were right there before you go.
Everything just needs to be more connected. It's like they say, up a straw.
Yeah, literally.
It's literally because everything that's out here has to come together
Come to
first before
center.
it goes up.
Again, I just feel like the restriction is right here.
It is.
Right there, which
It
we
needs
can
to
fix.
relax on the lower
But it
back.
just would make everything feel like everything else has a little bit more room. I feel like you're making these circles really big too, so I think it feels a little bit
frantic.
a little, yeah, frantic's a good word. If you just keep this a little bit smaller,
Yeah.
so it's not like two singles, it's just a double.
Somehow my serres are better than my petit bama.
I was gonna say,
Make it make sense. I don't know why.
yeah, but the serries feel a lot more still.
And to the back. What the heck? Oh boy. I think I do better here.
There we go. Nice.
That went into the video.
Fantastic. Yeah, see, we're isolating now.
Yeah.
It feels a lot more still.
It's a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And then you notice when you tensed up
Yeah,
in your
everything
jaw,
started-
then everything started getting affected. But the first few seconds were really good on the back.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But see, everything's so relaxed and so calm and still. And this is fine. And then right there, it starts getting a
started to-
little bit more labored.
Yeah.
There. Oh, that was good.
Nice.
This side was better because you were right on your leg.
Yeah.
Rather than coming from over here. You
Yeah,
were right,
like-
right on your leg. And you
Even on
went
both legs.
straight up on your leg. Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
Wow, good stretch for Eden. You deserved it. I think honestly, it was kind of funny. Like most of the notes kind of linked to the same root causes, I suppose. You
Yeah,
kind of
that
see
was
the
interesting to
patterns.
see the patterns.
Yeah,
Majority of it is compensating for turnout.
that's a lot of it. Which
Compensating
honestly,
for turnout, tightness in the front inside of the hip, tightness in the lower back, and lack of strength in the supporting leg.
yeah, the supporting leg, not
Like
standing on your center.
sitting over it, not being centered.
And then the other one was the body
Contracting too much
the
instead of
body.
expanding.
Instead of expanding, and then using too much tension.
And checking in the mirror too much.
Okay, well, yes. But
That's a
other
lot
than
of
that,
notes.
like that's basically like anything else that we said kind of basically falls into those
Yeah.
same categories. If you just work on those a few things, like honestly, it'll clean up
It will.
really, really quick. And it's just like a refinement process.
We can, in fact, critique. Usually, we focus on what they did well or what amazed us or what we loved.
Yeah.
It's because that's what we watch as consumers.
As a learning experience, it's cool to look at the body and look at anatomy and look at ballet technique. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And it's fun to like take it apart and put it back together.
When you actually break down, okay, why and what would make it better, then it's actually really fascinating. If you really want to practice the skill of being able to analyze technique, get a video of yourself, of you doing some bar work. It could be whatever. And then like pick it apart, look at it. Don't
be
be overly critical of yourself.
Yeah.
Practice on this footage. If you don't want to use footage of yourself, you can use footage of me.
There we
so
go.
you get to analyze this
practice.
one. Get a notebook, write down some stuff.
Or let us know in the comments. Practice respect as well.
Please be nice.
Please be
I'm
nice.
working hard here.
Yeah, and the way you'd be nice to Eden, we hope that you're gonna be nice to yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was kind of a different one today.
I think I learned a lot, and actually, honestly, I had fun.
It was fun. I learned a lot too, actually.
Yeah.
It's science. It's ballet
Science.
nerdy. It's
Ballet
so
nerdy.
cool. And so, if you enjoyed videos like this and you want to see more, then make sure you leave us a comment because we do have a lot more of Eden dancing. We have some like performance footage.
Again, if you want to see the entire Eden Ballet class without us talking over it, the sort of full, mostly cut Eden Ballet Bar will be on our Patreon, linked in the description box below,
Yes.
or at patreon.com/balletrain. To access that video, I believe it is on the lowest tier, so it's literally $3 a month. I think you even have a ballet class on there.
I do have a
We'll
ballet
critique
class.
you next.
Yeah, we can do me next.
So please join us over there. We have a lot of fun, and
We
we'd be
do.
happy to have you. And also, you get the extra added bonus of keeping our world spinning, keep the lights on, keeping the ballet nerds fed
Yes.
with ballet nerd content every single Saturday.
So to all of our patrons, we just want to say thank you so much for supporting us and the team and the channel as a whole. You guys are our entire world, and we would not be doing any of this without you.
Anyways, I think that is more than all from us for now. I'm joking. This is Ballet Rain signing off. Until the next video.
Bye.
Alright, you can actually do this
Okay,
because
yeah.
this is kind of your video. You're subjecting me
My video.
to abject scrutiny.
Oh my gosh, this is a first for
The
us.
studier is becoming the studyee. I'm the study. I am under the metaphorical microscope. I am in the proverbial petri dish. Ballet nerd lab rat. Everyone's favorite ballet nerd.
Learning to critique your own dancing constructively, that is the key word in this, constructively.
Hopefully. I intend to be destructive. No, do as I say, not as I do. No, I'm joking.
She's joking.
I'm going to rein it in and be a good example. The future ballet nerds are depending on me.
That's right.
Such a good example. I'll take one for the team. It is my noble honor
To not hate yourself. Is actually a very important skill that is learned gradually. I was gonna say over time, but that's redundant.
gradually over time. Gradually over time, little by little. Hold up, I have to sneeze.
Yeah, go for it. Nice.
Thanks.
She edited your last sneeze really.
Did she?
Bless you. We love our editor. That was another good sneeze for you.
Your straight line.
A straight. Ooh, with a big bird. I saw a big shadow just go whoa. I'm like, whoa.
A dark angel.
It was big. Yeah. Anyways.